What's up guys, it's your boy Endymion, and I'm here with another first impressions video. This time it's about Bandai Namco's new IP, Scarlet Nexus. All the footage you'll see is captured from my PS5, and it's all within the first hour or two of the game, so no real spoilers or anything. Anyway, I've put about 14-ish hours so far into Scarlet Nexus, and you're probably here on the fence wondering if it's worth full price. Well, let's see. So to put it into perspective, Scarlet Nexus is developed by a bunch of veteran talent over at Bandai Namco, who've worked primarily on the Tales of series, and as a big fan of the Tales games, I can say, well, yeah, it shows a lot. Scarlet Nexus feels like a mixture of Tales meets God Eater or Code Vein, which are also Bandai Namco properties. The gist of the story, to keep it simple and vague, is you play either Yuito or Kasane, and depending on who you choose leads to you experiencing their half of the story, obviously. And I thought at first this would be kind of BS, like how different could they be? And so far I can say that's pretty evident that there's major story plot points, secrets, and party members are kept entirely separate depending on who you choose. You do at times get to use characters from the other main characters' cast, but it's never too long, so far anyway. I could be wrong and this changes, but so far it's been like a level maybe. I get to use one of Kasane's friends on my team, and then they peace out, and I'm back to my posse again, which is fine. Honestly, a game that reminds me a lot of Scarlet Nexus in many ways is Fire Emblem Three Houses. If you never played that game, first of all, you should, but anyways, it's a strategy RPG where your story, characters, and all that changes dramatically based on who you pick as your route, basically. And you have to play the other routes to see the other outcomes and viewpoints, leading to a richer narrative, as well as having significant reasons to replay the game again. That's how Scarlet Nexus feels for me. I'm playing as Yuito. He's your katana-wielding new recruit who's idealistic until he starts to learn that everything is trash and everybody sucks. Basically, Yuito becomes an adult and finds out how brutal everything really is. Welcome to real life, am I right? Also, to give you a plot summary in the most basic terms possible, you are a part of OSF, or Others Suppression Force. There's these weird monster things called Others that want to eat humanity's brains, and, well, you gotta kill them. And every single character in the game has some unique power that they specialize in, and you as the hero can tap into those people's powers and wield them yourself, although your actual unique power is psychokinesis, which is basically being able to move stuff with your mind. And let me tell you, the game gets really creative with this power. You might see me in this footage hurling blocks of cement, or maybe a car. Yeah, it gets way more crazy as you go. I won't spoil it though, obviously. The other part of the game that makes me see that Fire Emblem Three Houses connection is that you can give gifts to your teammates and go on bonding episodes with them to learn more about them. And in turn, not only are they more fleshed out, but each character has a ranking system with, depending on how much you bond with, the more effects you get from them in battle, like reducing cooldowns, them saving you from an attack, a super attack, and more. And thankfully, this being a game made by Tales people, there's a lot of weird visual customizations like hats, tails, ears, backpacks. If you played a Tales game, you know what to expect here. And weapons all have distinct looks to them, thankfully too, which always annoys me when a game doesn't have that. I'm looking at you, Legend of Dragoon. Anyways, finally, there's the level up system, which is kind of like Final Fantasy X, sort of, with the system being called the Brain Map. You level up, you get points, each node costs a certain amount of points, you plug them in, and voila, stuff is unlocked. Pretty simple. It also expands over time as you progress through the game, so I have no idea how big it actually is. But there you go. Well, with all these positives and whatever out of the way, there's gotta be negatives, right? Yeah, but this will depend on each player if these are negatives or not. See, the game on PS5, it's 60 FPS and 4K, and it's so smooth. Even this footage, which is probably compressed, does not do the game's visuals justice, but there's a caveat to all of this. A lot of the cutscenes, like characters talking and such, are in these sort of animated comic book panel things. Obviously, I would have much preferred a fully animated cutscene, heavy game, or just using in-game models as they talk would be fine. These cutscenes with the static images, I mean, they're fine, but they're not ideal. I really hope Tales of Arise doesn't have these cutscenes because they don't hold a candle to actual legit cutscenes. Again, this might not bother you at all and you might like it, cool. For others, it might be really annoying, just putting it out there for you. And lastly, without getting into spoilers, some parts of the story feel generic-ish in ways. Like some stuff that is revealed feels very been there, done that. Maybe it gets more insane and cool later on. I read online that people say it does, but I can't confirm for myself. And the level environment so far suffers from the same problems as Code Vein, where it's a lot of ruined buildings. There are some varieties in the levels so far, like vegetation and trees, but so far anyway, I'm not that impressed with the level designs. I'm a sucker for beautiful stuff, so throw some water, a bunch of trees, and some cool weird stuff in there, and I'm a happy man. Again, it might not be a problem for some, but I'm just letting you know. So, yeah. That's Scarlet Nexus so far. Combat is super fun, the visuals are crisp, and the overall game so far is pretty positive in my opinion. There's also a demo out right now, so if you want to try it, I highly suggest you do. The demo is just a curated version of the first mission, so don't worry about big spoilers or anything. Okay, I talked a lot, didn't I? Well guys, thanks for watching. I'm ENDYMION. I'll be doing some Mass Effect stuff next here, and if you like what you've seen and such, please like, comment, and subscribe to help a new YouTuber out. It is insanely hot in Alberta right now. I'm currently hiding in the basement because it's my only hideaway from the legendary heat wave that is currently gripping this place, so stay safe out there, and if you have an air conditioner, send it my way, please. Thanks. I hate the heat. Okay, I'm done. Thanks for watching. See you next time.